Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Comic Collector. This is Rob. It's episode number 216, and today we're doing an all Disneyana show. And this is basically a baby toy that my mom got me several Christmases ago. I think it was a year that um, I was going through the Gods and Monsters comic shop, and they had this cool Joker themed Jack in the Box that I was just I thought it was the coolest thing, and so I guess she thought I needed Jack in the Boxes. I don't know why she got me those, but it was it came from my mom, so it's cool. The today we are. Let me grab the camera here and show you what I'm doing. Um, all right, there I am. Hey guys. So today we are going through some Disneyana stuff, and the reason is because I have this here, and we back up. I want to clear this off and use it as a works table, basically, so that I can package up books. These are trade books that are going to be going to Easy Comic Reader. This is a new trade that I'm starting with somebody. Maybe they may have given up on it. I'm not sure. And but we have this rack of Disneyana items that I'm just, instead of just packing it away so I can use the space, I thought, you know what? Why not film it? Why not go ahead? I show Disneyana every once in a while on the show because I have so much of it. And so I thought, what the heck? Let's there. Yeah, okay. So just gonna come back, gonna put that there for a second while I grab this stand. Unfortunately, I can't set up this stand behind me. I was gonna try and put it on the comic box back there, but it has no flat bottom. It only has legs on the sides, so I can't do that. I'm just gonna stick it on the floor so we can take a look at it. And but I also wanted to go through some comics today. I didn't get a chance to read any of the Disney comics like I thought I was going to, but I do have these digests sitting here on the desk. So these are all from Gemstone. Back when they were doing the Disney comics, I know they did some digests. Gladstone did some digests back when the company used to be called Gladstone, and then they lost the Disney license, and then they got it back, and then they did these the second round with under the Gemstone name. They're called Donald Duck Adventures, and there's a series of Mickey Mouse Adventures. I think I have all the issues here. This series, they go up to number 21, and it's basically foreign reprints translated into English, much like I think it was IDW that did that, or Boom, one of the two. I don't think there's any American created comics in this particular series, so they're a little bit different. It's not Carl Barks or anything like that, but they're interesting. At the time I was collecting everything Disney, especially everything Disney comic books, especially. So here's number 2. You got Scrooge sitting on the bench, sleeping on the bench. So he must have lost his fortune once again. And there's also some Mickey stories in these. I think they put like a Mickey story in the middle of these, and then in the Mickey series they did like a Donald Duck story or an Uncle Scrooge story. So there's another one. They're different than what you normally see in Disney comics in this country. There's number 4. Number 5. This is Feathery Duck. If you don't know who he is, he was created by the Walt Disney Studio as a comic book character, but most of his adventures were published in other countries. They're much more familiar with him in Europe than they are here. Here's number 7. That almost looks like a William Van Horn cover. Let me take a look here. Do they have cover credits? I don't see a cover credit for the artist, but I do see one for the colorist, which is odd. All right, it's probably there somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. But there's number 7. There's number 8. And we got number 9. Those definitely look like William Van Horn to me. So obviously this is a Christmas one. Bothers me that I can't find a cover credit. There's number 10. Yeah, that's definitely Van Horn. Number 11. Number 12. Number 13. Scrooge gets frozen in ice. Number 14. That's a cute cover. Number 15. 16. Sorry, I'm moving them around because I'm trying to keep them in order, so I don't have to rearrange them again. Number 17. And I haven't actually read through these in years. They've just been sitting on my desk here for a very long time. Probably since I bought them, honestly. When did these come out? These are from 2006. This one came out. That's number 18. It's number 19. So 2006. It's like 18 years. So these have been sitting on my desk for like possibly 18 years. Maybe not quite that long. It's possible that I got the desk after that and just put them on here. But around there would have been between 16 and 18 years probably. That's sad. Number 21. There just wasn't anything that remarkable in here. I mean, there were fun little reads, but there was nothing that remarkable about them, unfortunately. So we'll take a look at the Mickey Mouse ones in a little while. We're going to go ahead. Let me get this out of the way. And actually, you know what? Let me bring this out. See if that helps it all give us a fun surface for the whatever we're going to look at here. I don't really know what's in here. They're dusty. Okay, so this was the plastic is all yellowed just from sitting around. But these were basically coins, manufactured coins for what collection is this? The Disney Decades coins. So basically a made-up celebration. This one is for Bambi. It's got Bambi on the coin on the front in color. Let me see if I can get you a better look at that. For some reason, it's in there upside down, the picture part. And then on the back, they have a design of Mickey in his sorcerer's outfit. And I'm not sure what years these were from. This isn't the kind of thing I would normally buy. So either somebody got me these as a gift or I got them on sale when they were extremely cheap. I may have gotten them when they were extremely cheap. So I probably got them on closeout. Plus, I used to have a discount for working at Disney. So more than likely, I got these for only a couple bucks, really. This one's for Mickey Mouse Disco. You see the old poster there from the record. And there's the coin. Unfortunately, none of the coins are properly mounted in there. And on the back, it's got a different Mickey Mouse. It's got Mickey, it says the 70s on there. So it's got Mickey strutting his stuff basically a little bit. All right, so this is, first one was the 40s. This one is the 70s. This one's 1953 from, shows Peter Pan on there. That one's actually mounted correctly. Although the camera's reversing it on me. There we go. And got band leader Mickey on the back of that one. And this one's from 1937. It shows the old Mickey cartoon where he was a magician. That one's mounted correctly too. So I don't know why those other ones are not. And okay, this is band leader Mickey. This other one was, oh, sorry, they're hard to tell because they're only one color. This is like the Mickey Mouse Club Mickey when he's leading the band. So, you know, band leader of the band, kind of almost the same thing. This is the 1999 Jessie from Toy Story with Bullseye. It's this one's lost its mounting a little bit too. See if I can show you right side up here. But fun stuff. And I can't tell which Mickey's on the back of there. It's not, like I said, it's out of place in the holder. And these have never been opened, so there's really absolutely no reason for them to slip like that. But they did. And look how neatly they stack together in their little holders. And, let's see what else we got here. We have a vintage ticket book memo pad. So this looks like the old A, B, C, D, and E tickets to Disney World. This was part of their 40 years of magic celebration that they had at Walt Disney World. So that's neat, still in its packaging. I actually have some of these original tickets somewhere that were never used because, you know, back in the 70s when we'd go, we wouldn't use the like the A tickets. So whatever I have is probably an A ticket. Here we have a dual deck of playing cards. Star Wars, Star Tours. You got Goofy as Darth Vader, Mickey as Luke Skywalker. You can see the cards, some of the cards on the back here. Try and get you a good scan of that. You got Mickey as Luke, Minnie as Leia, Donald's Han Solo. And then there's Chip and Dale as Ewoks, Stitch as Yoda. And then you got the dark side set there. You got Goofy as Darth Vader. Pete is somebody. Donald as Darth Maul. Daisy as somebody that I don't know. And Stitch as the Emperor. Let's see if we can get a better look at those. That's nice. So those are cool. It's like look inside here a little bit. So yeah, you can see the different cards. Get a better look at the Chip and Dale one that wasn't shown very good on the back. Just cool little things. And then the number cards are just cards, basically. Those are neat. I'm just going to pack these away out of the way. And let's see, this is a little pin. This is actually my 1-year service pin. Got Steamboat Willie on it. It's very tiny. You were supposed to attach these to your name tag, basically, if you wanted to. And I had worked on Disney property for, I don't know, maybe 10 years. But they only gave them to actual Disney employees, so I didn't get this until I started working at ESPN. And then I moved into the theme parks. Eventually, I got... And even then, it took like a year and a half before they gave it to me. And here we have Haunted Mansion playing cards. These, let me turn my lights off here for a minute. Just for a second. These glow in the dark. Or at least they're supposed to. Try and light them up here. That's my laser. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I can't. It's so dark I can't see the phone, so I'm not really sure where I'm at. There it is. So kind of cool, but I think that's all they do. I don't think it's not like the other, the actual playing card side glows, which would be kind of cool if they did, because then you could play in the dark. I think that would be neat. And then, let's see, on the actual cards, you have Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion, and then the royal cards are the stretching portraits from the stretching room inside the theme park ride. So those are fun. And then once again, the number cards are just, numbers. And it's hard to tell the suits on these a little bit. I don't think you'd actually want to play with these just because of the odd drawings. It would take some getting used to try and play with these. But I don't think I've ever played with these at all. I got them because they were Haunted Mansion and they were glow in the dark, and I thought that was cool. And they were only $4.95. That's not bad. I don't think for Disney cards, at least not at the time. And then we have a nice black velvet case, which probably means there's a pin inside. Nope. It's not a pin. It is a 75th anniversary, 75 years with Mickey. Let me see what this says. 75 years with Mickey, 1 troy ounce, 0.999, fine silver, metallic, has been minted to the highest standards in minting. And as you can see, it's tarnished pretty badly inside this case. So it's been sitting here for several years, but I don't know if you can see the tarnish on the edge of it, especially on the back. You can tell, see right around the circle there. I mean, it's sealed in plastic, and then it's in this case, and it's got, all this oxidation or whatever on it, and yet it's supposedly manufactured to the highest standards. Alrighty, whatever, guys. And but like I said, I wouldn't have paid full price for any of this stuff. Let's see. This is a pin that you got as a freebie. I signed up on day one for the Disney credit card at a Disneyana convention. I think that was the same 2003. I think that was the same year I met the Mouseketeers and the Spin and Marty guys, and Fess Parker was there, and I met Carl Marks. So, yeah, nothing real special about this pin. It was just a free little promotional pin that you got, and I still have my Disney credit card today. Still kept the original design. I don't use it anymore because I don't go to Disney World anymore, and the perks you get are money to spend at the parks. So this is another collectible coin. This one is not tarnished, so this one was originally $22. I bought it on sale for $5.99. It's the Disney Magical Parade collection. So what they did was they got a picture here of the they used to have a Disney Stars and Motor Cars parade at the Disney MGM Studios. So this was the Mary Poppins car. The picture shows Mary Poppins and Bert riding on carousel horses in the back of this car. So the coin, for lack of a better term, I guess a medallion, shows Mary Poppins and Bert in an old vehicle, and it's got the Sorcerer Hat logo for the park on the back. Limited edition of 2,500. This was 1424, and I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what this would sell for, like on eBay or something. I don't know. And here's a couple pins from a series, the Disney Magical Moments series. These are based on an old greeting card, based on an old Disney card that from the 30s, I think. Walt Disney used to create a card every year. The studio used to create a card every year to send out to associates, probably. And this takes their design from that in the 1930s. So you got Goofy playing an instrument there. It is a pin. It's wearable. I just like to keep them in the boxes when they have a fancy box like this. Says an edition size of 2,500. And then this one is the actual reproduction of the card in just a very, very small miniature form. You've probably seen that design before, where the characters are mailing a card from Walt Disney in the snow. So those are cool. And here we have another fancy box. This was originally $45. I would not have paid that for it. Oh, I kind of remember these. I definitely did not pay $45 for these. This, again, is the 45 Years of Magic Parade. So this would have been 45 years at Disneyland in California. So these are actual pins. I mean, they're too big and gaudy from what you would ever wear. Most people would not wear these. But there's a lot of Disney pin collectors out there. I have a lot of Disney pins, actually. I have quite a few. But not a whole lot in fancy cases like this. Probably cost more for them to design the case than it did to design the pins. And then here's something from Epcot's 30th year. These are some more medallions that they made. So basically fake coins. Got the Dawn of a New Disney Era logo taken from some promotional stuff that was made back when they were making the park. And then that one's got the monorail in front of Spaceship Earth, which you can see there on that promotional art. This was promotional art and concept art that was used when they were building the park. And this is probably more pins. It says there's magic in the stars on the case. Yeah, this is Disneyland 45th anniversary. So this is a logo set of pins. He's got the 45th year logos with the Fab Five, Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, Donald on there. Pretty cool set. Originally, this was $35, but again, I wouldn't have paid that for it. I probably, I don't know, I wouldn't have paid over $10 for it, I don't think. I was cheap when I was collecting Disneyana as well. And here's a Disney Villains watch, which is just plastic. Looks like I might have worn it a little bit because the band is kind of worn, like it's been worn, but I don't ever actually remember using this. So get out of the case here so you can get a look at the face. It's got, okay, it's so small I can't even see who the characters are that are on there. Big Bad Wolf, Jafar, Cruella, Ursula, the Witch from Snow White, and there's somebody else on there too, but there's a character on the hands and you can't quite tell who's in there. Could try and wind it. I don't know if it's a wind or if it needs a battery, but I should be able to move the hands. Oh, the characters don't move with the hands. Why isn't I seeing more than one character then? All right, I don't quite understand what I'm looking at. Does use a battery, so it's not going to keep time. But I can definitely see another face underneath the top characters. So either something is shifted or whatever. I don't know. I can't tell. That's weird. I don't even remember ever getting that one. Here's a Barnstormer pin box. There's actually two pins in here. So one was you had this pin on the front that it showed. And this is a poster from the Barnstormer, which is a Goofy themed roller coaster that used to be in the Magic Kingdom. I guess it's still there. They just moved it, I think. And then there's this second pin, which was a mystery pin. Basically, you had to buy a bunch of these to get the entire set. So I think I only got one because I wasn't that much of a sucker. But I think this is this is Lumpjaw from Bongo, I believe, which was a circus cartoon back in the 40s. I want to say 40s. I'm not sure. And then the front one is a poster. It's like a circus poster with Disney characters that they use for theming in the ride in the queue area. And this one's cool. This is a Haunted Mansion pin as well. Again, it's too big to wear. It's just considered a piece of art. But they did some stuff for Friday the 13th in the Haunted Mansion merchandise. So this is Master Gracie, the actual, supposed to be the master of the Haunted Mansion. And then when you open it up, it has the 4 stretching portraits on the inside of it. Let me see. And if you're not familiar with the Haunted Mansion, which you probably are if you're watching this, but what it is it starts out where you can see these portraits, and then as you're standing there, the room starts to stretch, so it exposes the rest of the poster. So you can see, like, this lady, it looks like a nice portrait of her with flowers, but then it reveals she's sitting on a gravestone with a hatchet in a guy's head, and this guy's standing on a box of dynamite in his boxer shorts. She's balancing over an alligator with an open mouth. These guys are actually sinking in quicksand, and so that it's just a neat little thing they do in the Haunted Mansion, and this is a limited edition too. This was limited to 750. That's pretty small for Disney. And this was $25 new. I might have paid that much for it because I thought it was cool. I would have had my discount though, so I would have got, I think my discount was 30%, 35%, something like that. And this one was also limited to 750. I guess the bigger pins they limited to smaller amounts because they knew they weren't going to sell that many of them because nobody would actually wear them. This one was first the Sword in the Stone. So it shows Mickey trying to pull out the sword. I don't know why they used Mickey instead of the character from the Sword in the Stone, but they did. So that was pretty cool too. Then we have 100 Years of Magic picture frame. Again, this isn't something I would have bought. Somebody probably got this for me as a gift. I've never even used it. I've never put a picture in it. I don't think I've ever had a picture of that size to actually put in there, probably. But it's a nice frame. It's made out of wood. It's got all these pictures of Walt and his statue and stuff in there. It's neat. I do have this frame sitting up here on the desk. Excuse me. Let me take a drink here. So this was me a long time ago. I don't know what year this was from, but this picture is me and my mom with Tigger at Walt Disney World. And these are, of course, the characters around the edge. And yeah, I was a lot younger then. So was my mom. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, here's another one of those Christmas card pins. This one, you've probably seen this one on some designs too. This is one of my favorites. This is back from the 30s as well. That's the one for the Goofy design was taken from. You can see him back there next to Horace Horsecollar playing the flute. Those are cool. And we got some Disney dollars. Let's see what I got. $1. So Disney dollars are legal tender in the parks, but they were discontinued quite a while back. They probably have more value as collectibles now than they do as money you can spend in the parks. But it's signed by Scrooge McDuck as the treasurer. I always thought that was cool. And these are ones, special edition ones from the 25th anniversary of Walt Disney World. So I probably got those. My mom probably got me those, and there was probably like 5 or something in a bunch, and I just kept one each time. Then we got some Easter pins from 2006. This one's Goofy. And this one is Stitch. They put Stitch on everything back then. He was all over the place. And my little tower here is starting to fall, so gotta be careful. And here's an Epcot button from 2012. This was probably, yeah, it opened October 1st, so this would have been a birthday button that they just gave out in the park that day. So that was a freebie. And then there's a whole series of these guys. Looks like I probably have a complete set. I didn't. There's a whole bottom row here that I haven't seen in years. I didn't realize there was anything on the bottom. So these were 100-year milestone pins. So these were pins they created for the 100th year. I don't know if it was Walt Disney's 100th birthday or if it was 100. Now, the Disney company just turned 100 years, so it was probably Walt Disney's 100th birthday. Let me see what it says on the back here. In 1917, 15-year-old newsboy Walt Disney was mesmerized by a silent film of Snow White. Yeah, okay. So yeah, these would have been from Walt's 100th birthday party, I believe. Each one has a little thing about the year that it was made from. So this is a Snow White sign, basically. They're all pins, but nothing too special about that. The special thing is really the box is more special than the pin is on these. And these were $8 a piece. Collect all 10, 3, 6, 79, 10. So I have the full set. This one is a WED Imagineering sign, which is, everybody knows Imagineering is the design company that creates the theme park attractions. And so, yeah, there's just different little article on the back of each thing. Here's one for the Wonderful World of Color TV show. That one's kind of neat. At least it's got some color to it. This is the Walt's old business card back when he was a cartoonist. Basically before he created Mickey Mouse. This would have been back when he did like the Alice comedies and Oswald. And Laughograms. He did those as well. So there's a logo for that. And the Silly Symphonies logo in pin form. And what's this one? This is a logo for the Alice comedies. I'm not sure. I've never seen that logo before except on this pin. But I'm not real familiar with the Alice comedy stuff. Oh, the pins are numbered. This is number 3. The Silly Symphony was number 5. This is number 4. And, of course, this is the Mickey Mouse. This is an old Mickey Mouse poster in pin form. This was a generic poster that they used in the movie theaters. Wasn't for a specific cartoon, just that they were showing a Mickey Mouse. And then here's an old Disneyland logo that they made into a pin. That one's pretty cool too. It's a neat little set. And this one is for the True Life Adventure series, which was a series of short films, mostly nature films, that they did. And so, yeah, it's a neat set. It's got some neat artwork on the sides, too. You got Bambi and the tiger from Jungle Book, Shere Khan, I think his name is. Got Pinocchio and the doorknob from Alice in Wonderland on the other side. And so, yeah, those are just neat little set. And that's all that was in that display. I was hoping to use that display to put some comic books behind me, but I can't do that without creating some problems since it doesn't have a bottom to it. I'll figure something out. And so, yeah, we were going to go over the Mickey Mouse books real quick. We'll just do it in the opposite order. This one was on the end, so it got curved a little bit. It's been sitting funny. So there's number 12. Got Donald on the cover, so they were trying to bump up sales on the Mickey Mouse series. I've only got 12 issues of this, so I'm thinking this one got canceled way before the Donald Duck one did. There's number 11, number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This could be a fun one. This looks like a sequel to an old Gottfredson story from the strips. I recognize some of the characters. Number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, that's a goofy cover, and number 1 with Arizona Goof, instead of Indiana Jones, right? So anyway, those are kind of fun. You just not something that everybody sees all the time. A lot of people probably don't know they even exist. I don't think they were real widely distributed. I forget where I was used to buy these. I don't remember. That's odd. I can't remember that. But I'm old. I don't remember things. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. This one went a little bit long. Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep them around 30 minutes, but it looks like we went over. We're at 43. So please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow with more comic books from the Comics Den. And after that, we have a trading with Easy Comic Rider coming up. So he sent me some books. I got to send him some books back. And so we're going to do that in a couple of episodes. And then we're back into another live claim sale on Saturday. So thank you for watching. Please try to join us on Saturday, even if it's just to hang out. It's not, we don't do the claim sales like everybody else does. You got all these books and it's just frantic running around. We just show one book at a time, just like this. And people claim it if they want it. If they don't, that's okay. If you want to just hang out and chat, that's fine too. But, we show some cool books just like any other time. It's just that the books we're showing happen to be for sale. So please try to join us. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow, I hope.